Do 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 do. Hey, how's it going? It's Nancy Gamon. I'm just getting ready to make a knit cap out of an old sweater. Let's see what happens. My Smoochie Pants gave me this nice lamb's wool sweater. I've sent it through the washer and dryer, so it's kind of lightly felted, but it still has quite a bit of give to the hemline and the body of this sweater. I want a piece that's 21 inches long, and this sweater has a side seam, so I'm just going to keep the seam in place and measure out 10.5 inches and cut up through that line, kind of following the design here. And I want it to be 10 inches thick or wide. So I'm going to cut along the edge of the design up here. And when I get to the side seam, I'm just going to open it up. And get measured back out again, about 10.5 inches. And finish the cutting along the top edge of this design. So that's going to make the hat piece. This will be the brim or the edge, and then I'm going to shape this to fit over the top of the head. So to do that, I'm going to first fold it in half and cut down about 4 inches. And since the seam is here, I'm just going to cut out this excess sweater there and cut in. So I have a little slit there. And then each of these halves I'm going to fold in half and again cut down 4 inches. So now I have 2 slits, and I'm going to fold this half in half and again cut down 4 inches. So now I'm going to shape each of these sections so that it comes to a point in the center, and this will form kind of a dome shape to the hat to go over the top of the head. So I'm not going to make a straight line. I'm going to kind of come up and curve it in, since most of our heads are not sharply pointed. Although there may be some exceptions. So that's kind of how that dome goes, and I'm going to repeat that on each of these. Again, just folding it in half. So now I'm ready to do some stitching. So on each of these V-shaped curves, I'm going to fold right sides together. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew from the tip down along to the end of the edge there. And then I'll open it up, fold the next one in half. Again, sew from the tip down to the edge. And you can see already that's starting to kind of make a hat shape. And then I'll fold the last one in half, sew from the tip down to the edge. And I'll end up with kind of a domed hat shape. So I'm going to do that step and then I'll get back with you. For each of the seams, I did a straight stitch about 1/4 inch from the edge and then also zigzagged along the edge for good luck. So I have the 3 shaping seams done, and you can see it's pulling into a domed hat shape. And so the last thing to do is right sides together, just sew this long side seam, again about 1/4 inch to the edge and zigzagging along the edge for good luck. And that completes the Cozy Hat project. If you'd like to experiment together, head on over to my website at nancygamon.com, where you can check out the current selection of workshops.